Hi everybody, sorry about that. The power went off. The power got shut off, so everything turned off. I'm back. Hopefully I can get through this before the power turns off again. So I was with Stacy. Stacy brought up brain spotting, and I was in the middle of saying that talk therapy is always number one, and supplemental therapy is just that, to supplement, to help along with talk therapy. And so brain spotting, something that Stacy recommended, that says it helped her. I just wanted to look it up and just tell you what it is. Brain, because I'm not too familiar with it. I've heard of it, but I don't know it. Brain spotting is a powerful, focused treatment method that works by identifying, processing, and releasing core neurophysiological sources of emotional body pain, trauma, dissociation, and a variety of other challenging symptoms. Brain spotting is a simultaneous form of diagnosis and treatment. Anybody else who's done it, please let me know what you guys think, how it helped you or how it didn't. And anybody who ends up trying it, let me know if it works for you. Thank you, Stacy. I just think things like supplemental therapy, why not try it, right? It tells us that we're worthy of it. And it may or may not work for you. But along with talk therapy, it's okay to try different supplemental therapies along with it, okay? Thank you. All right, next question. Hopefully we get through this. It's from Stephanie from California. Hello, Stephanie. Thank you for putting this out. I am struggling after traumatic experiences. I'm going to share this with others who may be as well. You have great advice. Thank you, Stephanie. I really appreciate your support and helping me try to do what I'm trying to do here. Thank you. Next one is from Pollyanna. Don't know where you're from. Tell us your locations, people. Thank you. Oh, down here you say. By the way, South Coast, United Kingdom. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Keep saying this and hope it will help others. Your recommendation of lithium orotate was amazing. And people really do like that. I recommend that on here to videos and to clients. Lithium orotate, not to be confused with lithium carbonate, which is a drug, a narcotic, lithium. You guys have heard of lithium. That's lithium carbonate. Totally different thing. Totally different thing. Lithium orotate is a trace mineral that we already have in our bodies, and stress, which a lot of us are suffering from, really depletes this. Really, of all minerals and vitamins, this really gets depleted, and it can really help us feel better. I get such good feedback from lithium orotate and the people who try it. Or I get feedback from people who try lithium orotate. For those of you who have tried it, I know lots of you have, let us know what you think of it, please. And positive or negative, I like to hear. I haven't heard anything negative about it, just positive feedback. It's something very affordable. You guys should be able to find it on Amazon. A trace mineral, lithium orotate. O-R-O-T-A-T-E. Thank you, Pollyanna. I love feedback on things that I recommend, and also your own suggestions and recommendations. You know, this is new ground we're stomping on here. Not the suffering. People have been suffering from this since we were apes. But the treatment for it, the acknowledgement, the information is fairly new. So I really love everyone's advice, suggestions, recommendations, what has worked for you. I like to hear that stuff. Anything that can help somebody else. Thank you. Next one is from Deeper Roots Higher Self in Germany, Deutschland. Hello. You're my new favorite coach, always liking and commenting like crazy. All the best, Germany. Thank you so much. You guys are great. I really appreciate your support. Thank you very much. Danke. Vicky or Victoria from the Bay Area. Hello. My question is, what happened to Danny Dog? Do you still have him? Yeah, Danny Dog's a girl, D-A-N-I. I named her after my best friend I lost a long time ago. And Danny is great. I'll show her. I do this every once in a while because you guys ask. There's Danny. There's Danny girl. Hi. And she's great. She's healthy. She had a little surgery last year and she's recovered fully. She's great. She's been with me since my last toxic relationship, but she's also going to be 12 years old soon. So she's been with me for a while, and that last relationship ended 11 years ago almost. Jeez. But But that's Danny. Thanks for asking. I appreciate that. And I know a lot of you guys are curious to how she is too. Thank you so much. I think that's really sweet. And also, you know, I like to really recommend that you guys go adopt a dog or cat from the pound. I do this a lot. And so I'll take advantage of this to do it again. Please, you guys, I can't express enough how much animals help us. It's more than you guys even know. There's an actual chemical process happening when you pet your dog, when you look in your dog's eyes. It raises oxytocin. Oxytocin are one of the hormones that I always talk about that we are depleted of after these traumatic, dependent relationships. These relationships we are in go up and down, up and down, up and down, just like addictions, like any addictions. And we seem to be addicted to this relationship. And this is a chemical process. It's all your happy hormones. I hold up your four major. There's other chemicals involved too, but these are your major happy hormones that have gone up and down in this relationship to the point where we don't have them anymore. We're depleted and it feels awful. That's a big part of why you guys feel so bad. So if you can raise your oxytocin naturally, that's what we want. That's what we need. We're dependent on this. We're dependent on these relationships and the toxicity and the up and down, raising our hormones, and to the point where it's hard for us to do it on our own, okay? So trying to do this, if we can raise our oxytocin, that is huge, and I can't stress enough how important role your pets can be in your own recovery and growth. And the pets need us too, just like we need them, they need us. God, I think I'm not gonna say the numbers, but the numbers are insane. How many animals we put down every year. Unwanted pets, just kind of like we're unwanted, right? So a great pair, a great matchup to adopt a pet. Thank you for asking about Danny Dog. And next one is from Green Irish from Ireland. No kidding. What is the difference between the man not wanting you and him being a narcissist? Everything was okay until he got in touch with this girl. Then madness started. He completely changed. I gave him years. The last 3 years have been hell. He's now with this girl. Thank you, David. And I asked for more information and you gave it. Let's see here. You said he was trying to have a baby with me. I woke up one day, he was gone. He sent a text saying it wasn't working. He left to be with this girl at a party. Then I took a pregnancy test, found out I was pregnant, and he told me to get rid of it and spent the night with this girl. Wow. I'm sorry. I lost the baby. I'm really sorry. That was 3 years ago. Since then, he has been coming and going. He was sleeping with different people, then come back, breaking up with me every month. This is the longest he has gone now. I have found out he is with this girl now from 3 years ago and is happy. We broke up in October. 2 weeks later, he was with her. That does not sound like a happy person to me at all. First, I want to again apologize. I'm so sorry for what you've gone through for so many years now. This is awful. Ultimate exploitation. This guy has been exploiting you over and over and over again. He does not care who you are. He doesn't care who people are. It's not just you, I promise. Someone doesn't be a certain person for many years with you and then all of a sudden just change, okay? This kind of change, and I can't even express it enough or stress it enough. Do you understand what it takes for someone like this to change? Look at everything that all of you guys are trying to do to change yourself, which I hope you are, right? We're all trying to become better people for the rest of our lives. And I know that's what a lot of you want to do, is to change, to be happier, to be in a better place, to not be abused, have good relationships, stuff like this. Someone like this, good luck. I just, I've heard doctors say, oh, they can change, I can cure narcissistic personality disorder. That's great, that's your opinion, because that's all it really is. I haven't seen proof of that ever. And I'm not denying, and I'm not saying that people can't change. I'm not saying a narcissist can't become somewhat of a better person. Sure. But this behavior would take years and doctors and therapists and probably drugs to change this. Okay? It's not about just Oh, I found a new person. You really suck, and I found a really good person. Now I'm changed. Now I'm all healthy. Now I'm better. Now I don't abuse people. Now I don't exploit people anymore at 40 years old. Now I just love who people are. I really get to know them. I really know myself, okay? What's going on here is this person is absolutely unstable. You can't get more unstable than this. Someone that says, oh, I want to do this, and now tomorrow I want to do this, and throw all that away. And I'm going to just pick this up and start this whole new relationship with a whole new person I don't know, and I'm happy. And what makes you think this person's happy? Where do all you guys get this, that they're so happy now with someone else? Someone either told you, or they told you, or you saw a photo of him smiling or her smiling. Emotions. We have tens of thousands of emotions. That's tens of thousands of things our body could be doing. And we could have lots of different emotions at the same time. Imagine like layers of an onion, okay? People like this are depressed, they're anxious, they're worried, they're confused, they're scared, and they try to ignore all of that and totally dependent on somebody else to help them feel better because they don't know how to do it themselves. So this guy realized that you can't make him feel good anymore, which is a very hard task to make someone like this feel good. But you probably have made him feel good, and that's external, and it's not enough. He needs to make himself feel good. He needs to self-soothe. He needs to cure himself and look at himself, but he's not doing that. He's jumping from one place to another, from one person to another, one relationship to another. This is instability, massive instability, and it causes impulsivity. When I say instability, I mean this person's unstable. And what do I mean by that? He doesn't know who he is. I broke down self into 5 parts. This guy doesn't know what he needs. He's confused and thinks he needs sex and attention and adoration. He doesn't know what he wants. And when he says he wants something, that changes, right? It changes, massive. From black to white. It changes from, I love you, I want to be with you, to now I love and want to be with this person. Now I want to go back to you and be with you. Now I want to go back to this person and be with this person. And I'm just going to keep flip-flopping, hoping that one of these people makes me happy because I don't know how to do it myself. And that's internal, and we all have to learn how to do this ourselves. Okay? Him being dependent on people is the same thing as being dependent on a drug, on alcohol, on sex, on gambling. Okay? That's what he's doing. And it doesn't work. It's not enough. That's why he doesn't stay. Just like drugs are never enough. You can do heroin the first time, and I've heard it's pretty amazing. Okay? But the second time isn't as good as the first. And you hear people say this all the time that are drug addicts. I'm chasing it. I'm chasing the high. I wish I could get as high as I did the first time. And you guys wish that the relationship could be as great and as high as the first time. And so does this person. Okay? And so when it's not, he tries a new one. And that's great and exciting. But these are just so short-lived for him. The hormones go up and then they go down. And then he thinks he needs to go get you back, take you back. She made me high once, maybe she can do it again. And he has no idea what he needs, what he wants, how he feels. He has no idea what he values. And his opinion is worthless. Worthless, because he doesn't know who he is. Trying to get to know somebody who doesn't know who they are, good luck. That's why years later, you guys are finally figuring out who the person you were married to, the person you slept next to every night for hundreds and hundreds of days, the person you woke up to every morning for hundreds and hundreds of days, you're finally figuring out who they are after years. Finally. Because they don't know who they are. They tell you, I'm this, and then they do this and totally counter it. This guy is extremely unstable. He doesn't care who people are. He's in survival mode and wants to feel better. He doesn't know how to do that himself. He's dependent on anybody who will do that for him. And not everybody will. Only selfless people will do this and try this and give and give and give and never reciprocate. This guy has never done a thing for you. And if you say he has, it's going to be all physical. Read your emotional needs. Read what emotional needs are. You didn't have one of them met. And you tried to meet all of them for him. It's not equal, it's not reciprocated, and it's stagnant, and it never grew anywhere, it never went anywhere. There was never any meaning and purpose except addiction. It was addiction. It's addiction. And he dropped a new drug, an old drug that didn't get him high, and he tried a new drug. And this kind of stuff works very, very short-lived, very, very short-lived. And he hugs one person, looks over their shoulder, and says, maybe it's happier over there. Maybe it's better. The grass is greener over there. And then when he gets over there, he goes, well, maybe it's better back over here. He has no idea what he's doing, and you trying to talk to him about these things will get you nowhere because he doesn't know. He doesn't know what he's doing. He hates himself and won't look at himself. So to ask him what his self thinks, he can't tell you. He can't tell you. He ignores all these bad feelings. He thinks he needs people and doesn't understand what he really needs. I hope I'm making sense, and I am awfully sorry you've been experiencing this. I'm sorry you lost your baby. Hopefully something good can come out of this. You don't have a baby with this person. And I'm here to tell you that that is a huge, huge, huge part of people's trauma. Imagine after your abuser abused you for years, and now you got to raise a child with them. He was sleeping with different people, then he comes back, breaking up with me every month. That causes guilt. That causes shame. That causes addiction. I hope you're getting help. I hope you're getting help. And let him victimize somebody else. Let him go back to this girl and let him victimize her, because there's nothing you can do. But what you can do is stop him from victimizing you. He's exploiting you. He exploits people. He doesn't care who they are. He doesn't care what you need, what you want, how you feel, what you value. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't even know what he wants and needs and values. People that don't know themselves really can't be in tune with who you are. Okay? We lose a sense of ourselves in these relationships, and I can't imagine this relationship you are in to be any different. Find yourself in who you are and know really well what you need, what you want, how you feel, what you value, okay? And start expressing these things, because you haven't been able to do that, I bet, this entire relationship, especially now. So sorry, so sad to see these things happen. It really is. It'll always break my heart, no matter how many times I hear it. I hope that you stay safely away from him. And one of the only ways we can do this is support. Support from our family, support from our friends, people that we trust, and the people that we hire can really be the ones that help us the most. Good luck. Thank you for sharing. Connie from North Carolina. Hello, Connie. My ex had high narc behavior, but also focused on keeping me happy. Said it was his job to keep me happy. He didn't ask me to keep him happy. Is this a narc trait or BPD or both? Because I haven't seen it listed. Thank you, Connie. And, you know, whenever I hear one behavior, right, one trait, and people say, what are they? Is that borderline, narcissist, sociopath, psychopath? It doesn't work like that, okay? Once you cross the line into personality disorders, you're going to share traits of many. It's overlapping. That's why you guys all think that your ex is borderline and narcissist. No, they're probably either borderline with narcissistic traits, or they're narcissists with borderline traits. Overlapping, lots. You'll often hear someone be diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder with sociopathic tendencies, because they're overlapping, period. I see it all the time. So instead of me labeling what this behavior is into a personality disorder, which I'm not going to do, and you can't, he thought it was his job to make me happy. That's from his childhood. That's programming. His job as a child was to make his parents happy. Okay? And that's a lot of us too, isn't it? And we think that we aren't equal and we aren't good enough. This is his shame, his trauma, his neglect, his abuse in childhood makes him feel like he was never equal. His parents never treated him as an equal. And that's a very, very common thing that we experience as well. I made a video called 15 Signs of Narcissistic Parenting. I suggest you give that a shot and try to watch it so you understand. This is common with all of us, okay? We feel that we have to make people happy, and let me tell you right now that our job is not to make people happy, and that's not something we can do. You might be able to make someone laugh, You might be able to make somebody feel good temporary, but that's not our job. That's not our role. And people need to do that for themselves. This guy has linked, has taken his own self into identity. And what I mean by that is our internal self is who we are. Our external is our identity. Okay? That's what we are. We have who we are, right? We are human beings with feelings and needs and wants and values and opinions. That's who we are, right? And then we have what we are, our identity, what we have to offer. And that's what people like this care about. That's who he thinks he is. So people like this, because we always wonder, why do narcissists get married? Why do narcissists have children if they don't care about people? They care about the title, the role. They care about who they are. They believe who they are is what everybody else sees, and that's not true. That's ego. Okay? And so it's not so important that he may be a good father or husband, or maybe it is, but the fact is that these people, I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a lawyer, these kinds of things are identifiers. It's not who we are. And he thinks that he needs to make you happy, and that makes him a good husband. Instead of he actually believes he's a good person already and wants to share a relationship with you where both of you are happy. That is not what's going on, I believe. Okay? I often hear women telling me that my husband and my boyfriend who are narcissists really cared that I had an orgasm. Every time we had sex, I had to have an orgasm. Well, I'm not Dr. Ruth here, but that sometimes doesn't happen, right? Sometimes not everybody has an orgasm in sex, and we have to say it's okay, right? I mean, I'm not trying to say it's okay if I have one and my partner doesn't. I understand that. It would be nice if both of you do at the same time, right? But it doesn't always work out like that. And that is what is important to him. I don't think that he cares that it's important to you. This might be confusing. Anybody else that has a better way to explain it, please, down below, explain it. But what I really want to stress is people care about who they are or what they are, okay? And he seems to care about the title. I want my partner to be happy, and then that means he's a good person. This is his own shame and low self-worth. And a lot of us have the same problem. We've lost a sense of who we are, and then we care about, making our partner happy.